Chase art students. This year, the Mid-Continent League is hosting a new art competition. Taya Cunningham and Sam Pruitt traveled to Plainville to report on that.
10 PHS art students traveled to Plainville to participate in the MCL art contest.
We had a group activity where we had to draw and paint and use different materials to match a theme given to us by the judge.
Participants had a time limit of 3 hours, and their artwork had to represent a quote by Martin Luther King Jr.
It just happened to be that this was the week of Martin Luther King Day. It's kind of interesting because my youth, I grew up with Martin Luther King and that turmoil of that particular part of the civil rights movement. And so I thought, well, this would be interesting to use a quote that is always used, unheard, as a resource for our work.
I think the theme was really cool, and there were a lot of different ways that you could come up with an idea for a project for it. I think that we worked together really well, and I think it came together really good. I just wish we would have had more time.
The hardest part was keeping the paint and chalk from smudging everywhere. We had a lot of trouble trying to keep it all in one spot and a lot of erasing to get it out of the way.
I've never worked with other artists before to create one big project, and I really enjoyed the experience because there were all sorts of different ideas and concepts all mashed together, and it turned out really good.
I really enjoyed watching them work together. We need to learn how to pick up the pace. That's something I think we struggled with a little bit because we're used to having more time. So this was more of a time crunch because I know there was things that they would have liked to do on top of what they did. Well, as a team, I hope they appreciate each other's strengths and know that they can, if I need help with something, I can go and ask this person because they're good at this. I also hope that seeing other schools and their teams work was beneficial for them to see how they came up with ideas so they could see that different people work in different ways. Well, of course, I would hope we would win.
And that's exactly what they did.
First place winner for this will be Phillipsburg. First place.
Reporting for PTV, this is Samantha Pruitt.